Well, folks, it's noon, and our esteemed guests need to catch an airplane, so we're going to get started, and we may have some other folks coming in, but we're here to hear how we did in our Carf survey, how we lined up against the hundreds and hundreds of Carf standards. And to do that is Kirk Spry, Monica Boyd, and Kelly Evans, our surveyors who got around to meet quite a few of you, but not everyone. So we get to hear from them now. So Kirk.
Great. Thank you, Joe. What we're going to do at this exit conference is you're going to hear us follow section by section of the 2015 Carf Employment Community Services Manual. We'll through recommendations, if any, within that section, and suggestions or consultation, if any, in that section. Now, big difference, real big difference between recommendations and consultation or suggestions. Recommendations mean your current practice doesn't conform to the intent of the Carf standards, but you're not going to hear that at all because we don't have any recommendations in this particular survey. So your record is intact. And believe me, it says, and it's not like we didn't try. You know, we don't go in thinking, oh, well, we have to make sure they maintain their record of no recommendations. Because, you know, we do a survey just like we do all surveys. And frankly, I do, in the years I've been doing Carf surveys, very, very few, extreme minority of organizations ever get through a survey without at least one recommendation. But you've done it yet again. So I'll go ahead and get started. One suggestion in this area, and it's simply that you have an adequate policy on subpoenas, search warrants, and other legal actions. It's just fine the way it is, but you might want to expand that policy to go into more detail regarding how the organization might respond to less formal civil actions, such as if somebody walks through the door and wants to serve divorce papers on one of your staff, or wage garnishments, or other types of less formal legal actions. But that's entirely up to you whether you do that or not. I left a sample of one in case you decide you want to do that. The next area we looked at was financial planning and management.
And in this area, you have no recommendations.
Don't have any recommendations in the leadership area, nor do I have any suggestions in the leadership area.
And there are no recommendations in this area.
I have no recommendations, nor do I have any suggestions in the financial planning area.
There are no recommendations.
I don't have any recommendations in the health and safety area.
Again, there are no recommendations in this area.
No recommendations.
Don't have any recommendations.
I look, too.
There are no recommendations.
Have no recommendations.
No recommendations.
No recommendations.
No recommendations.
No recommendations. No recommendations. No recommendations.
No recommendations.
No recommendations.
But now we get to some of the strengths, and you'll hear a lot of that stuff. Starting with some of the things that I saw. Services are provided in safe, attractive, and well-maintained physical facilities. Your organization has a very active, knowledgeable board of directors that's comprised of influential, respected members of this local community. Board members believe in the mission of this organization and are highly supportive, yet recognize their role in the organization versus the role of the staff members. Ohio Valley Goodwill has an experienced and visionary leadership and management team that provides effective, competent management of the organization. They demonstrate a passion and commitment to providing quality services to participants and the community. The organization and its leadership have been recognized, winning awards, just to name a few, as the Best of Cincinnati Thrift Shop, the County Board Community Recognition Award, the Pillar Award for Community Service, Nonprofit Board Executive Award, Excellence in Reuse Award, and it goes on and on. Ohio Valley Goodwill Industries has a multitude of experienced long-term staff members. It results in great benefits and consistency for the people you serve and overall organization, which strengthens the achievement of outcomes. And finally, as far as one of my strengths, OVGI is actively promotes and interweaves a very strong health and safety program into the organization's environment and culture. Extensive and regularly conducted external and internal inspections are followed up as appropriate with time-limited quality improvement plans. And I'll turn it over to Monica.
Parents and family report being very satisfied with the services their loved ones receive from Goodwill. They express gratitude for the care and the thoughtfulness the staff showed them, with one client's parents reporting their son can't wait to get to work here in the mornings. One of the clients, a man who retired after 40 years working as a custodian at his local Catholic parish, has now worked at Goodwill for several years. His sister said that he absolutely loves to come to work, and on the weekends he actually misses it. He had a big retirement, I'm just going to talk because this thing's getting crazy. He had a big retirement party when he left after 40 years, wow. And within a couple of weeks, it was apparent to his sister and brother-in-law that this is a guy who needs to work. So he came back to Goodwill, and his sister reported that his paychecks during his 40 years at the church were important, but not that important, because they were always the same, and they went to the parents. But now that he's working for Peace Rate, he's got a little competitive spirit about it. And he understands the challenge that is, and it sparked a whole new work interest in him, so I thought that was a great strength. Employers report that Goodwill is a strong partner for attracting new employees as well as assisting in job retention. A large local chain's director of human resources for special employees will take the time to actually meet with parents of clients if there's a problem. His company actually expressed interest in me, and I've shared with Amy, he wants you guys to come and present as part of his 8-week management training. So,
Already followed up, so we're in talk.
check. This was an amazing, I just want to share real quick this story. I sat with this man who's obviously so busy. There are many, many restaurants in the Frisch Big Boy chain. He actually sat and talked to me for quite a while. And one of the stories he told me is there was a young man working for them who had a brain injury. And he'd been through several managers because he had been there a long time. And every time there was a new manager, he quits. He writes a letter and he resigns. And it became known to the staff there that all this client really wanted was the manager to say, oh, please come back. So when a new manager started, they neglected to tell this one manager about this routine. So when he quit and they called the HR director, he said, oh, he'll come back if you just call and ask him to. And so that's what they did. But to have that kind of accommodation on such a personal, little call him and ask him to come back. I thought that was a great story that someone at such a high level in the organization knew and supported. That was awesome. The Harrison Pilot Project was designed to encourage current employees at Goodwill to explore community employment through a curriculum that addresses community employment, daily living skills, social skills, and lots of interest and discussion around going to work in the community. A rehabilitation technician, did I get that right? Leads the group through discussion topics, then the group participates in an activity that enhances the topics discussed. After the group returns to the location, they then work at the store for 2 hours paid at minimum wage. There were so many clients in this group, well, I'm not going anywhere. It's okay, I'm working at Goodwill. Okay, but just go look. So that's a great way to actually share that with them. The stores are clean, welcoming, and happy places for clients to work. Happy won't come back in your report, but I'm sending it in because that's what it is. Staff has obvious pride in their services and the clients with whom they work. The piece rate tasks are a favorite, as many clients reported they like to work with the Ford parts. Thought that was cool. The tenure and longevity of staff is a huge strength of the organization, as is the enthusiasm and pride in the services that they provide. The service plans are thorough and person-centered to allow the client to direct their services and reach goals of their own choosing. The job development is also person-centered, with caseloads purposely kept small enough to afford highly individualized supports. The manageable caseloads also allow Goodwill to be quick to react when a client is experiencing some difficulty on the job and work through the issues to maintain the employment if the client chooses or to seek other employment. The local funding agency reports that Goodwill is a highly valued community partner with services and supports that lead to meaningful jobs in the community. Staff is very responsive to funding inquiries and requests. And, oh. Thank you. There's enough papers in these things. And Goodwill as an agency is known to strive to create new problems New programs. Little rattled. Create new programs designed to serve individuals with many and diverse barriers. Evaluation services served 117 individuals last year, and they were delivered by an extremely experienced staff with obvious commitment to the services they deliver. The department has been adept at conforming to the funders' reporting requirements despite the many changes through the years. The CARE program is a happy program, there it is again, happy program, delivered in a clean, bright, and cheery location. The activities offered provide the clients with practice in elements of daily life, discussion on current events, and news stories, with activities that keep the clients involved with their community. And this is the one I had to write because I saw it afterwards. Goodwill is committed to assistive technology that enables clients to work in a variety of settings. Having a certified assistive technology specialist on staff will allow you to maintain currency on all the new gizmos and gadgets. That's an amazing lab. The elbow thing, Ergo Rest, Windows 7, I didn't even know Windows 7 did that. The Aviator program and the Stand and Sit Desk will do a lot towards helping the people you serve receive the accommodation supports they need in the workplace. Thank you.
The Rapid Rehousing and Homelessness Prevention Program employs many knowledgeable employees from a variety of backgrounds, several that are veterans themselves. This is unique and allows clients to connect and feel understood by the employees that they are working with. Most notably, one of the employees in this program was a former client of Goodwill himself. His decision to pursue higher education and then begin his professional career at the same program that served him speaks volumes to the quality services that Goodwill is providing to our country's veterans. This is inspiring. The utilization of student interns in the Veterans Program is a great opportunity for future human service workers to have exposure to the needs of our veterans and how to serve them. Several of those interns have been hired on staff, and this again speaks highly to their internship experience at Goodwill. The Rapid Rehousing Program has an excellent reputation in the community. Landlords indicated that Goodwill is their preferred provider to work with because they are responsive and work hard to quickly assist veterans to get into homes. One former client in particular stated that the employees at the Rapid Rehousing Program were very concerned about his needs and worked hard to ensure that he and his 3 dependent children were safe and cared for. The organization's employees embrace the Carf standards in every aspect of their services. This is evidenced in their policies and procedures, day-to-day operations, interviews, and observations. This culture has created service delivery that provides quality services and excellent outcomes for the person served.
That's kind of the complete report. You've heard no recommendations, as I said, a few suggestions, consultation here and there. But obviously you heard a lot of good things that Goodwill is doing, Ohio Valley Goodwill Industries is doing, and there's a lot of things. Those are just kind of the highlights. But one thing that also became very apparent in the 3 days that we're here is I don't think this organization is going to just say, oh, well, we're good enough then. No, this organization, that the culture is that you're always continuously striving to get better. So regardless of no recommendations in the Carf report, you're going to continue to find ways to improve the services that you do because you wouldn't have lasted this long if you didn't do something like that. I had the opportunity also to talk to a couple of parents a couple days ago, and it was a really good conversation. One, they were extremely supportive of Goodwill, and just they have a son and a daughter here, and said that they had some checkered success elsewhere until they came to Goodwill. Well, is it interesting in the conversation? The mother was very verbal. She was very talkative, and the father didn't really get to say a whole lot. He was kind of quiet. But when I asked him towards the end of the interview, I said, can you give me 1 or 2 words that kind of describes Goodwill to you? Well, she thought for a second. He took that opportunity to interject. He talked, and he says, miraculous. He said, that was his response. And I thought, wow, that's strong. Here's this guy that didn't say much during the whole interview, and that one word said it all. And actually the mother kind of teared up a little bit when she heard that. So that to me, kind of says what Goodwill is all about as well. Is you guys have done and continue to do some really good things, but you're not going to rest on your laurels. You're going to continue to do what you have to do to be the best, and I know you'll continue to do that. With that, that's the end of our report. What we will do from now is we will, well, first of all, any questions, any clarification, anything we said? I want to make sure that we didn't leave anybody with any confessions of recommendations that we missed that you might want to bring up. Well, what will happen now is we will send in our report to Carf in Tucson. They will tweak it. They will put it into Carfese language and make sure that it reads consistently the way most Carf reports do. And you'll get back in 6 to 8 weeks the final written report, which will closely approximate what you just heard. There won't be any surprises, along with the accreditation decision. Well, and I don't think you're going to have to worry too much about that accreditation decision with no recommendations. But also, you'll be getting very soon a feedback form from Carf where you'll be asked to give Carf some feedback on the process, what you like, what you don't like. So please, take that opportunity to do that, as well as feedback on our performance. If, we as surveyors are also interested in continuous quality improvement, and if there's anything that you felt would help us, please, by all means, do so. But with that, we are done. We can get out of your hair. And I just thank you again for your attention, and more importantly, thank you for what you do for the people who you receive services in the Cincinnati area.
Folks, I can't thank you enough for the way you conducted the survey and the kind things that you've said and the way you've helped our staff understand how truly important they are in providing services to people. This is it's always a anxiety-provoking activity for us, but you can tell everyone really worked hard, and the reason we did so well are all these folks right here. How you do your job is important, and you can tell how important it is. It's hard to remember sometimes when you come in and have to do the paperwork or have to move product around or whatever it is. But it all contributes to what you've heard today. So thank you so much, all of you.